It looks good.
So, first off, what do you mean trying to be cool? I'm the only one on the call wearing a friggin' Dino t-shirt. That makes me cool. So, and secondly, quarter zips? Have you seen a 20-inch neck try to wear a tight-fitting shirt? Doesn't work, all right? So, take your judgment and bring it to my office, say it to my face.
Oh.
Um, no, I actually have a new agent presentation today for Hogan. And
Really?
I'm like, I should wear something different today. And I haven't worn my Dino shirt in a while. I'm like, oh,
Look
And then
very
it
nice.
was it was a bit snippy this morning, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna throw on a thin sweater. Now I look extra dressed up, and I don't like it. I don't like looking an adult. People expect too
Nothing
much out of me.
says nothing says professional broker like a Dino shirt.
You know what? And I've already had two broker conversations this morning, so I'm already on top of things. I am proof of show up and work. Period. However you want to dress, you dress. Just look decent.
What are you talking to the new agents about?
It's a recruiting opportunity for Hogan.
Mm.
They actually
Oh,
asked me about 12 hours ago. Not really. It was 2 o'clock yesterday. Like, we have a last minute event. Can you be on it? My time block is 12:18. I'm all, yeah, 12:18. Perfect. That's a weird time to put on the calendar, but I'll do it. So she's like, we have you blocked from 12:18 to 12:35. I'm like, all right, I'll be there.
Let that be a note. If you want to get on someone's schedule, throw them a random number.
Jim, everything's a random number.
More
People are like
random.
12:18, that's awfully specific. Well, so is noon. It's awfully specific also.
I think more people have 12:18 open than they do noon.
I am blocked from 12 to 1 every day for lunch
Me
because
too.
inevitably somebody needs something and I have a spot I can put them. But enough about me. I want to hear about you. What are your wins, your celebrations, something you're just dang proud of?
I got
Two
one.
new, two new buyers yesterday.
Two new buyers. Way to go, Jim. And your AG1.
This stuff's terrible. It's been like 40 something days. It's still terrible.
You have to chug it, dude. Why are you sipping it?
Yeah,
These are
Jim.
big gulps. These are big gulps.
Dude, I tip it and just kill it. I can't. No, don't let air get between the taste buds and the rest of that drink.
I wish I could take AG1.
Are you allergic to its ingredients?
Yeah, allergic to mushrooms.
Okay. That's weird because mushrooms dianetically are very close to humans. So
Yeah,
you
found out
also
the
can't
hard way.
eat humans. So all right, other wins, celebrations. Well, let's ask Jess, how's Lucas doing?
He's doing good. He went back to his dad's today finally.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit like, waiting for the phone call, waiting for something bad, moms do, but he's doing good.
Well, good. Well, we'll keep praying for him. Hope little dude got a bar in his chest, and that's crazy surgery to think about. So,
Yeah, he's a beast.
how old is he?
14.
Oof, man, 14 having a major surgery like that. Good on him.
Yeah.
He's gonna get all the ladies with that story. Or guys, I don't know.
That's
We
what he
don't judge.
says. I'm gonna pull all the ladies.
I mean, he's
All right.
also like 6'4" at 14, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Dude
We
is
don't,
tall.
we don't talk about that. He's 6'4" and 82 pounds. So, all right, other wins, celebrations.
I think I'm gonna get a buyer
You
from
think?
this guy that I've been showing. Well, I'm pretty sure we were on the phone yesterday setting up some showings for the weekend.
Can somebody help Sheldon with the way he speaks, please?
All right, let me restart. I'm gonna get this buyer because when we were on the phone yesterday and we were setting up our appointments for the weekend, he was just telling me, that he wants to work with me. So, um, that was super nice. I've been working with him for I think a couple weeks now.
Good.
Seeing some of that pay off. So I have a
Good.
follow-up showing tomorrow. So my second appointment with a buyer, and then I have 3 of those on Sunday with another buyer. So things are looking promising right now.
And you attribute that to the increase in your intensity?
Yes, definitely the increase in intensity, and um, I'm doing also personal coaching calls on scripting, role play, and just reading what to say for real estate agents and kind of just getting in those scenarios. Still a lot of stuff I don't know, but definitely more comfortable now than I was, let's say like a month ago.
Good, dude. That's awesome. That's what you need to do. It's get out there, practice, get uncomfortable. Love it. Good morning, Gracie. Good to see you.
Good morning.
So I know California is awfully early right now. 7 a.m. is a weird time to start a call, but we love having you guys on. Thank you for joining. It is Wednesday, and on Wednesday we like to work on objections. Last week's objections were the same objections we've had for the last month. So let's throw out something new. What are you guys working on, struggling with, or want to get better around so we can help each other become sharper, more agile agents? Right. I can tell when you're working or not because you have objections or not. That's weird.
I have one.
What do you got, friend?
Something I've been kind of dealing with is delusional sellers, like when it comes to price and condition of their homes. So I guess it's not necessarily an objection, but just how to deal with sellers who are very firm on listing price, that might think that their home is in a better condition than it is, when you know that it's way off from market value.
Okay.
And
For
like
those of you
how
who
to
couldn't hear,
articulate
yeah.
that to them
Yeah, if we can't hear it clearly,
without offending them pretty much.
right. How do we handle a seller that is firm on their price when their home doesn't stand up to the market condition and maybe it's a little overpriced, and doing so without offending them?
Get some
Oh.
feedback besides just yourself.
Okay. Feedback from a third party or other agents.
I
One
heard
of the
one
agents-
agent say what is acceptable to you may not be acceptable to other buyers. And I thought that was a great way to kind of say, like, hey, yeah, you're okay with that kind of condition, but at that price, other buyers are not.
Right.
Dan, I was going to say just what we talked about yesterday, pulling up those other properties and showing them pictures, or even taking them to those properties and showing it to them, their competition.
Yeah. I love that. Get them in the car. Say, hey, Seth, let's go check out the house down the street. Your house is beautiful. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, just like the one down the street. Why would someone pay $50,000 more for yours when this one down the street has everything else? Let's go check it out and see what the differences are. I know because I've seen them. But I want them to know. I want them to look. Delulu is a state of mind when there is no additional outside influence. Now, I wouldn't say they're delusional sellers. They're just convinced. Right? Just like everyone thinks their dad is bigger and stronger than everyone else's dad. Well, in my son's case, he's correct. But when it comes down to when you're having these conversations, Gracie, you don't want to offend, and it's not coming from a place of opposition. It's like, you're absolutely right. I want to sell your house for this. I have a term. Don't fight them, write them. Don't put up your dukes and go to battle with somebody. Get on their side and turn their head. Let them see things differently. And so, you know what? Before we lock in our price, let's go see what our competition looks like. This is where you need to be a market expert.
That's what I ended up doing. Because the issue with this property too is there's no comps, like, at all. I went back like 18 months. It's in like a gated community. There's like nothing that is sold. But we did just get an active listing that's like $1 million less than our listing price, but it's comparable, but not super comparable, because ours has a lot more amenities to it, like a tennis court and a guest house and stuff like that, and it's a bigger lot. So I don't know.
Okay.
I initially ended up just obviously I wanted the listing, so I'm like, I'm not gonna say no. And I listed it for what they wanted, and I was like, well, what we could do is like just test the market and we'll list it at this price and see how buyers respond to it as far as like what the value looks like. And last week I was in Costa Rica, so I wasn't able to do a broker caravan, which I really wanted to do to get feedback from other agents and just do like a form or something they could fill out and give me like what they think it's going to sell for, so I could show the sellers that like what other agents are looking at it as like as far as value. I'm going to do that this week, but the first week we were on the market, like I'm always giving them feedback, but the first week we were on the market, we had like no calls, no showing requests, anything like that. And the property shows beautifully online. So I just told them, like, when they're asking for feedback, I'm like, it shows beautifully online. If nobody is wanting to go see it in person, it looks like they're ruling it out just because of the price from like a buyer perspective. So I don't know if that was the right thing to say, but from my perspective, that's what it seems like. As far as like, you know, buyers who are looking on third-party websites and stuff like that aren't giving me calls. Because last time I had a listing, I had like so many people calling me asking to go see it in person. So
Gracie, can you
and I
send it
priced
out
that one
to?
competitively.
Can you send it out like via email to a bunch of people in your office and tell them like, hey, can you guys look through this and give me your thoughts? Like what stands out to you? What are
Yeah.
your first impressions? Like, how do you feel about price? All of that. Just do it digitally since you said you couldn't do the physical one.
Yeah, I did do that the first week, and I did have a few people in my office go look at it, and they told me the same thing I already told the sellers. But where I'm at right now is they're really like stuck on the caravan, like the broker's open. They want feedback from agents locally in that area, which I'm doing this Friday. And I think I'm already past the part of like the hard part where we came to an agreement kind of on just like the feedback that we get, like we'll strategize from there. And I think that they're more lenient now, but it was definitely hard to get over that hump.
Is this your
Feedback-
Poway listing, Gracie?
Yes.
I saw it online and it is a beautiful place. And I used to live and work in Poway. And my first impression was, holy shit, I didn't realize Poway was that expensive.
Yeah, I know. Like I was like, great, people are gonna think I listed it at this price. But I mean, I think it's worth like 3-4. I think we could get that.
So here's
But-
the thing, guys. Everyone listen to this. Feedback is lubrication for seller change. We provide constant, non-critical, non-biased feedback. Every time we have a showing, every time we have someone look through it, and if we're not getting showings, we're not getting feedback, we have no lubrication for seller change. So what do? You incite agents to go check it out. One of the luxury brokers here, luxury agents in my office that I deal with a lot, asked me if they could pay agents to go see it. So they have a gift card. They have a Starbucks gift card. They say, come check out my listing, walk through it, give me a feedback, get this Starbucks gift card.
Can we
Wendy,
advertise that
can
to
you
other
get-
brokerages?
Yeah, they did. Absolutely.
What? Okay.
When do you need us to go
Absolutely.
look at
That
it?
is so smart.
Right?
Yeah,
Everyone's
Gracie,
like,
when do you need me to go?
it's already done. It's already
Anytime.
done.
Gracie, I'll go.
How much was the gift card, Dan?
$10.
What you buying me?
And did they email it out to people?
He had physical cards. He met the agent there and walked around with them.
And
Well,
a
what
trip
I'm
to San
doing is-
Diego for business purposes is a tax write-off too, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Do
What
they
I'm doing
limit
is
that?
I'm doing like a gift card at the Brokers Open. When I pitch it, I'm gonna say, I'd love to get your feedback as far as where you think the value's at and what it's gonna sell for. And whoever's closest to that price when it closes will get a gift card to wherever.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll be there next week. I know
I mean,
Poway
also,
very, very well.
so
Please
this
come
is
give
a
me
great
feedback.
conversation because now it's setting up the expectation with the sellers in the front, right? This is the market, this is the condition, this is the competition, this is where you should be. Now it's up to you to price your house. Week 1, this was our traffic. This, and this can happen. Week 2, this was our traffic. This, and this need to happen. Week 3, this was our traffic. Now we're at a pivotal point in the listing. 21 days in, we are starting to get stigmatized. Something needs to change. If you are not putting it on your calendar every week to do your seller updates, send them the online performances, send them the feedback. As it happens, send them feedback, but then put it in an email recap. We had 3 agents call on it. 2 people showed up. 1 person gave us feedback. They say they hate the chandelier, right? Boom. Other thing, right? This is one of my listings. We've had 8 showings in 3 days. Got 7 of them to give me feedback. 6 of them said it was too dark inside. So I'm telling the seller every time we get feedback, here's the feedback, here's the feedback, here's the feedback. He goes, I can just take the tint off the windows. I have tint on the windows to keep it dark and keep it cool. He strips the tint off the windows himself that afternoon. We have another showing at 4:45 that day. They walk in, they love it, they put an offer in. Without the feedback, is the seller going to change? No. That's why I say feedback is lubricant for seller change. And Gracie, I'm 100%. Once you're under contract with them, you can get them to do things, but be very careful because you're going to be investing a ton of money and time marketing this property. If they aren't realistic, they're like, well, let's just see. I want to keep the price at 4 million. Let's see what happens.
Well, the thing is, that's honestly helping in my favor. That's not a good thing. But like they're about to default on a loan and they like need to sell it. So that's another thing I've been telling them is like, guys, we're gonna be stuck in the same position months from now, or we could change it now and get the loan paid off as soon as possible.
Right.
So they have a hard money loan that was used as a bridge loan to buy another property, and the lender's like mad, so we need to sell it like as soon as possible. And the issue is what the loan's for is higher than what the value probably is right now. So
What are they going to do
that's the thing.
with the difference?
Probably I'd say like 200K plus like my commission, buyer's agent commission, closing costs,
Compensation.
So
It's no longer commission, it's compensation. Come on now.
compensation.
Gotta say it right. Gotta say it right. Is it hard to do seller updates? Sometimes, right? You don't want to give them bad information. But if you've heard me say this, hear me again. Good news or bad news delivered timely is just news. If you know something's going wrong, say something from the start. If you know a deal is going sideways, talk about it early. Let's get it figured out because good news or bad news delivered timely is just news. All right. What resources do you have at your fingertips right now that you can help create feedback for your seller lubricants?
I have this website called ListTrace, and it sends them reports every single week, and it sends me reports every single week. So, I do emails to my sellers every Monday and every Friday. Monday's more of like a open house feedback email, and then Friday is more of like a strategy email. So I'll send that to them, and I'll do a recap of what it told me on the reports, and they also got it separately, and it just goes over like how many views, how many saves, all of that on MLS and all of the third-party websites.
Yeah, there's that. We talk about AI a lot. Now, is AI the end-all be-all for real estate agents? No, it's another tool, right? A carpenter has a hammer, but he also has a nail gun. They do the same thing, right? Just does it a little faster. Use websites.
ChatGPT and I are talking.
What was that, Eric?
I said ChatGPT and I are talking right now.
Well, ChatGPT has a problem with a little bit of hallucination sometimes. Use sites like Perplexity, Perplexity. Perplexity. Does research, vets websites. Every one of you should have logins to homes.com, realtor.com, and you can be able to look at the Zillow performance on a property. Do you agree?
I agree.
Right? So here's something you can do. You guys want to follow along? If you're walking on your phone, it's going to be hard to see this, but I'll show you what it looks like. I was doing it as Gracie was talking, so I had something to show you in this resource, right? All right, share my screen. Start with Perplexity, right? You got Perplexity, perplexity.ai. You can pay for it. You can get the free version. I pay $100 some a year for it because I use it every day. I love this. So what I do is I look up the house, right? I've got just the address. It pulls up a bunch of information about the house, what I listed it for, what kind of style the house, makes. And then I said, okay, market update, focus on traffic, new agent activity. I'm getting data for a seller update. And it just gives me some data points. Okay, copy, paste, print. I go to Zillow, right? We all have been to Zillow. We've all seen Zillow. At the top right of Zillow, there's a more button. The 3 dots, click more. View owner dashboard. But you're not the owner. Yeah, I know, but you can still view it. Shows you the house. Look at all the cool stuff. Here is what you're looking for. Latest activity. You can look at the week or the last 30 days. This is why it's super important to have this information. 18 saves, 314 views, right? Zestimate's 548. We're in the range of 521 to 576. So on. Don't really care about anything else. We print to PDF. That's all you need to do. Print to PDF. Now go to your homes.com dashboard. You look for your listing. Under listings. Of course, you want to take your sweet ass time. You click on it. Over on the right-hand side, there's a button for analytics. If you guys don't know what analytics are, that's what we're looking for. That is data on the property. Your analytics will tell you 305 total views, 8-page details, no one's favorited it, right? We're not very popular at homes.com. Now we go to realtor.com, do the same thing. Pick your listing, go to performance, and you see where your performances are. All you do is you PDF each one of these, and you print it to PDF. Now, stop share here. Start sharing your ChatGPT. You have a seller update project. And then each one of these gets every project that you have, every property you're listing, you put in there and you populate what you get from Perplexity plus your PDFs from Zillow, Realtor, and Homes.com. And then it gives you a breakout of what to put in your seller feedback email. Do not be blind monkeys throwing technology at things. Read it, make sure it sounds accurate, vet the information. Like if it says that there's a 400-day activity window that you're in the middle of, challenge it. But it gives you some ideas, some snapshots, what's going on in the area based on data, not based on the AI hallucinations. Take it a step further, go into whatever MLS statistical tool you have. Here in Tucson, we have Greenlight. You can take that information on the neighborhood, the zip code, the type of house, all of it you can do. And you can run statistics on it, right? What's the buyer activity? What's the list price to sales price? What's the days on market? You can get all that information compiled and be extremely micro viewed. Take all of it, put it in there and say, okay, take this information and help me write a seller update email.
All that for just showing up for this call. That's a huge value.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, this will take this before AI, this would take me about an hour and a half per listing. Because I would do all this research myself, I would take notes, I would put it in an email, and I'd say, okay, here's what's happening. Here's our main online presence, here's where we're at, here's what my recommendations are. Now we have a resource, we pop, send. Is this worth sending to sellers every week? Yes. I don't care if you have 1 listing or 80 listings. Every week you need to be talking to your sellers and letting them know. This is the online traffic, this is what's happening. There is a belief system that you haven't earned the right for a price reduction unless you've done your job. What is your job? Market and advise. We've got the house marketed. It's on Zillow, it's on Realtor, it's on the MLS, it's on everything. We've had open houses, we've done this. We put all that in our email. Hey, we had 2 open houses, we had 6 people come through. This is the feedback from those people. Or we've had 0 feedback. We've had 0 showings. There is no lack of opportunity working with even difficult sellers when you're providing feedback.
I can add another piece of value to you guys if none of you, or if some of you guys aren't aware. I have a TikTok page that I started in July. And what I do is I'll go to vacant listings and do a home walkthrough, edit it, put some music to the background, and it's gotten pretty popular. And on average, I average probably 5,000 views per home. And then people are super unapologetically honest in those comments, man. They'll let you know exactly what the hell is wrong with your listing. And I can provide you guys that for free because it helps me get more content for my page. And it can help you guys get more exposure and some feedback. So, I mean, if it's something you guys are interested in Tucson and surrounding areas, I can definitely help you guys out. No cost to you or your sellers. And then I'm pretty transparent with the whole process. So, yeah, throw that out there as well. Another value piece for your seller.
It sounds like you guys need to group together.
One, Eric?
Would you do an occupied one?
I would do occupied. I personally just don't like to kick out sellers for it. But if they're okay with it, absolutely, yeah.
Eric, I just sent you 2 of my listings. Either of those, I would love if you had a chance to do that. I know you did that on my West Side house.
Yep.
It was great.
That one was popular too.
Yeah.
I'm going to change this. For $20, Eric will do your listings first.
Dude, I got $20 right now.
Help him with the gas. Eric is too humble and kind, but this is how he's building his business, guys, is helping out. But talk about feedback. Talk about engagement. 5,000 people checking out a video, and 20 of them are like, this is dog water. You're like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, this is the feedback we got. That is feedback, right? Feedback is lubrication for seller change. If we're not taking the time to get it. Go ahead, Jim.
Can you take that TikTok video and plug the URL into ChatGPT and tell it to summarize the feedback out of 5,000 comments?
You can.
Hey, Eric, let us know tomorrow.
I'll try it. I'll do it. Let's do it. Let's see what I'll get you an answer tomorrow, Jim.
Cool. So, I'm curious to see what that looks like.
This is an awesome opportunity, guys. I hope you're listening. I hope you learned something. Like Mike said, all of this just for showing up today. And if you've missed out on part of it or you want to go back and revisit part of it, as always, on the YouTube channel, Big Dan Caldwell, look for the lives. All of them are on there. I was scrolling through it yesterday. I had something I was going to send out, and I realized how many videos are now up. It's kind of insane. And they get 1 or 2 views a day, or each. They get 1 or 2 views each. And I'm okay with it, because if you guys need to go back and revisit them, it's there for you. I would much rather you be live and paying attention, but I know 80% of you can't. I know I'm only ever talking to 20% of the people at the time. And of those 20%, only 20% of the people are going to do something with it. Are you going to be part of the 20? Of
course.
Was today worth your time?
Every day is.
Good. Did you learn something?
Definitely.
All right. Again, Perplexity is what I use for researching. ChatGPT, I use it as an archive. And I'll take it a step further. If you guys want to see, I use Claude to write it. Perplexity is good on research. ChatGPT good at formulating and strategizing. Claude good at copy. Because Claude is definitely more agent-centric. So if you got to go, you got to go. But if you want to stick around, I'll show you this. So in Claude...
Dan and I had walked through this with a seller that I had about a month ago. This is what got him off the fence. After 2 months of like hemming and hawing, once we put together this market analysis. He actually called me within minutes of opening up the email and said, I did not realize that the market had changed this much. We need to get it on the, we need to get it listed like as soon as possible. So it provided him with unbiased, just factual information, I guess the best way to put it. Even though we had many discussions about it.
So what I'm writing is, write me a seller update email for the last 2 weeks. We've had 0 private showings. The open house had some traffic, but nothing actionable. Here's the info. Takes a second. Pondering, stand by, subject, grand view, 2 to 3 week market reality check. Hi there, wanted to give you a thorough update where we stand with the last 3 weeks on the market. I know the lack of private showings is frustrating. I want to be completely transparent about what we're seeing and what it means. 2 to 3 weeks, we've continued seeing solid online engagement. Search visibility remains strong across all platforms. Saves of you and tracking normally for Dove Mountain. Open houses has drawn some traffic, but no serious buyers yet. The challenge, 0 private showings in 2 weeks. That's the indicator we need to pay attention to. What this tells us, in a market of 28 plus active listings in Del Webb, Dove Mountain alone, and at median days on market about 70, 85 days, buyers have choices, and right now they're not choosing to walk through your door. Fries.
Like Christina's yelling at dogs.
Sorry, I'm yelling at dogs. Saying,
When
guys.
online traffic is there but showings aren't happening, it typically signals one of 2 things. Price perception, buyers are screening homes online first and we're at 560. They may be finding better perceived values elsewhere in the 500 to 600 range. Or feature comparison. In a saturated market, buyers are narrowing their homes to homes that check every box before scheduling a visit. The open house traffic without follow-up suggests interest exists, but not enough urgency for a differential to convert. So yeah, you can kind of goes through the whole conversation. I'm not going to read the whole thing for you, but you get an idea. You don't have to be an expert copywriter to make it happen. You don't have to spend a ton of time figuring out all of these things to make it work. You just have to know the resources and tools available to make conversation and connection easier. Most people don't do seller updates because they take too long. No, you need to do them. It's the lifeblood of your business. Buyer updates too. Hey, this is what's happening on the market. This is what's going on in rates. This is what's happening. When you are on top of feedback with people, you lubricate change. That's all I'm telling you. But like Mikey said, once we gave this to a seller, he's all, oh, we need to make something happen. And now he's under contract. It has to be unbiased, third-party vetted information. And what better than the actual analytics from the big websites everybody knows? There are 960 different publications that I'm sure my listings are on, but there's only 3 people care about. Homes.com, Realtor.com, Zillow.com. Because that's where 95% of traffic is. The other 5% is 900 other places no one cares about. All right, any thoughts, questions on this? We can do another deep dive too if needed one day. So until then, thank you, Gracie, for the great objection.